Hello War of the Visions fans, I'm Jackie Fox, and I've never made a video like this before, and honestly don't plan to make another one like this anytime in the near future, nor do I think I'll have reason to for a number of reasons. But I've been hearing for a while that the comeback rewards were really good right now, and I wanted to be able to confirm that, being the skeptical person that I am. So I took one of my accounts off for 2 weeks, deciding that it would be best to bring it back during tactics, and I didn't realize, just because I wanted the free unit of course, I didn't realize that we were going to be getting our anniversary bonuses early. So this is going to be a video especially for those people out there who haven't played WOTV in a while, or people especially who were turned off by how exclusive a lot of the Hollow Vision cards and a lot of the newest units had been, and how game-changing and important they have been in certain instances. Because, I mean, you're going to see a lot of like random pulls that are just going to get me a bunch of extra things, and I'm going to be doing a number of like bonus banners, but the ones that you really need to focus on, one is going to be available because of JP's 5th anniversary for the next month. So anytime during November of 2024 you can log in and get 3 new units up to Ramada completely free. Then, among a lot of other things, you're going to be able to get this banner, as well as a free version of this banner that you can only do once. That's going to get you the ability to select a level 99 vision card. That's fairly recent. This isn't nearly as recent as the UR banner. But this does give you a really great selection of like dark vision cards, a lot of espers that you might need or want or have wanted to get for a while. But I'm going to do a lot of the other banners first before I do any of the selected things, just to see what I can pull without that. And I still probably will pull some of those things if I really need them. But between these two offers, and tactics as well, there are 4 free selected units, all of which you can select super relevant units that are basically the best at what they do in the game. But you can also pick 4 of the most recent vision cards for about 6,000 total viz. So if you haven't been playing for a while and you're thinking, wow, it's really hard to get the best stuff these days, 4 vision cards and 4 units is almost an entire PvP team. But not only that, since you're getting these at level 99 and 120, you barely have to invest resources in building them. For the vision cards, you don't have to do a damn thing except build the Esper in some cases, and I mean, that can be kind of difficult, but hey, it's not that bad. For the units, of course, you're going to need 120 Mind Spheres and some resources to 140 them the first time, and then a whole lot of resources to fully reincarnate them, and that's a slog. But getting them up to 140, even getting them to 10 reincarnations, in most cases makes them usable. So, with all of that being said, let's kind of take a look at some of the pulls here, and let's do the selective stuff. So as you can see, I have Joom, and I have Shurika, and I just got Luciel, but she's a level 1. So just looking at the newest units, since I'm not really going to get Fina, I'm going to go with Luciel, Gilgamesh, and Ramada. And I'm getting Luciel here because I want to get her at 120, and my previous pull should at least boost her shards by 40, because I am going to get kind of like rewards for the shards that I already had unlocked for her. So I should get a bunch of her Mind Spheres here from this pull, in addition to getting her as a 120 unit, which is really gonna like jumpstart my ability to use her compared to having to slowly slog through having her at level 1. It might seem like a waste to some of you, but I think this was still a pretty wise decision. And look, 119 Mind Spheres, that's a pretty good start. That's almost getting her to 140 already. And then I believe this is the free summon So looking around at the things that are here, I actually want to go for an older thing. This is going to be the Universal Unit Attack Resistance card, and also one of the better all-around physical espers. Even though this boy is pretty old now at this point, he's been the best at what he does for a long time. His vision card's been the best at what it does for a very long time. They're just kind of both must-have, and this account's been missing it for a while, so I know maybe this one also seems like a waste to some people because of how old it is, but I really, really do want to put my foot down and say that this is a must-have Asper / vision card. You just want to get it. For my next trick, I'm thinking, one thing that I'm trying to build here is a spear team, and agility is really critical for that, and Trove of Knowledge is going to work for that, and Katana, and a number of other notable things as well, but this is a really good combo and a really important card to have. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. Dark Espers would be a good choice, but also, since they're hollow vision cards, and those are hard to pull in this banner, maybe I should get those as well. This is a wind and water account, so maybe Shiva is a really good pick as well. Golem wouldn't be terrible, but I don't really do ice or earth here. So Shiva, especially being an agility vision card, is a really strong pick for me, even though I have a variety of agility vision cards for water as it is. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit more selection in what is easily the most powerful thing a vision card can give you. Especially since, unlike some of the other key effects, this one is still pretty powerful even in the sub-slot. One more pull. So, let's see. For my wind team, Dark Tetrasulfide might be a really interesting choice. Maybe not so much for the vision card, but the Esper can get up to a really significant amount of earth resistance, which can be pretty powerful, and I'm not really seeing a lot of other things that look great. Of course, between Hope and Despair could work really well, like for my Red Mage team, which I'm going to be able to build in a couple of days from when I'm recording this by picking up Orlando. This might be one of the better cards for Red Mage and help me build into some synergies with Warrior, etc. Knight. But Dark Tetra is, I think, what I'm going to pick here. I think what I remember picking here. Yeah, get the earth resistance. Do it. Do it. This is a kind of a key part in being able to shut down things like Ashenmont or Sodley right now. And from here, I'm just going to pick up some other things, but there are a couple of other things I should mention that I don't get to because I'm just so busy unlocking stuff and picking up more resources and stuff, because it's just a bunch of... I don't even think I get into the challenge boards, but there's 2 banners of challenge boards that you pick up with the FFT unit. Oh yeah, I don't do that for this video, because that happens in a couple days. It takes 3 days to pick up the token, so a lot of people watching this video, if you haven't come back yet, you may be missing a free FFT unit. Maybe. It's worth trying. It might take 3 days to unlock them, but one of the things I neglect to mention here that's a pretty cool bonus for comeback rewards, and there are kind of a diverse variety of things that are just going to make your life easier or kind of give you free resources every day in some small ways. One of the coolest is that your hard quests are now rewarding 5 times the normal amount of resources, which is giving you, for these non-limited characters that you just picked up on the free select 3 banner, that's going to be giving you 10 shards for them on a daily basis, which is a pretty incredible head start on building them. I'm not entirely sure how long this lasts, maybe like for a couple of weeks or a month or something, but even if it's only for a week, that's 70 shards for them, which is still pretty significant and a pretty good boost for getting these characters on their feet. So if you had really felt like you were missing either the units, which is solved by the comeback rewards, the units, which is solved by the anniversary rewards, or the newer Hollow Vision cards or Dark Espers, or any of those things that have been pretty exclusive up until this point, which is solved by the comeback rewards, now is somehow absurdly the perfect time to come back to War of the Visions and be able to build a very powerful modern account basically overnight from scratch out of nothing, which is utterly ridiculous. This is by far the most generous this game has ever been since maybe first anniversary, and in some ways I don't even think first anniversary was anywhere near this generous itself. So this is an absurd high watermark of generosity for War of the Visions over the last 5 years as a thank you to all of us for playing, coming just around in time for my birthday, which is cool. I'm hoping some people maybe click the link in the description, send some money for my birthday. I've had some car trouble lately, and that's looking like an expensive fix. Also trying to move out of my current living situation into something better, something with more room to raise kids, so any sort of recurring income or any sort of quick payments would be really beneficial towards that for me. Also, you could purchase my books. I am a writer, so that's going to be fiction by the way of fantasy, science fiction, and kind of near past cyberpunk during the COVID era, which I feel like is a really interesting intersection with some of the vibes of cyberpunk anyways. So it makes kind of an interesting little stew. If you're into that, check out that link in the description. And I do a lot of viewer kind of requests, comments, concerns, thoughts, test these things out just to prove to myself that they are real. So if there's something like this that you'd like me to look into or test or try out, let me know in the comments. And if you already know the answer to one of those things, let your fellow viewers know in the comments by helping them out. So if you are particularly knowledgeable, just take a look at the comments, see if there's anyone that you can help today, and that way we all become a stronger community together. Because I feel like there's probably, if people are seeing this and taking this seriously, there's going to be a lot of people who have always wanted to play this game at a relatively high level that will suddenly be able to basically overnight. And for people taking advantage of this, we might actually have a bit of a hype community out of nowhere, and we need to support ourselves to be able to support that community, because eventually the shininess of these units and vision cards and all that are going to fade, and these people are going to stick around because we supported them. And likewise, as a content creator, I stick around because you support me. So help me out, do what you can. And remember that the free-to-play option for YouTube is to like and subscribe. But also remember to ring that bell, because sometimes I say dirty words and YouTube don't like that. So if you want to be sure that my videos don't get depressed, yes, they get very sad when you don't watch them. Depressed by the algorithm, I mean. Then click the bell so you make sure that you see those things and aren't victim to YouTube's whims. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.